From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Monday, August 19th. It is really a nice start to the day. You're going to notice the humidity levels are lower. We're going to peak to the mid-70s, near 80s today. Pleasant mix of sun and clouds out there, really setting you up for a nice week ahead. Lawrence police are asking for the public's help as they work to find out who shot and killed 3 men. Authorities are just a few hours into the investigation. News 8's Brittany Noble has been following the latest information this morning.
Alberto Morales Uribe died in the triple homicide. Now they are working to notify the family of the other 2 victims. Investigators are still working through a language barrier to piece together the details. We're told around 8:50 last night, police found 3 Hispanic males near the intersection of North Post Road and 42nd Street. Investigators tell News 8 they were all suffering from gunshot wounds. 2 people died on the scene. Another person was taken to Eskenazi Hospital in critical condition where they later died. Authorities also say, based on the number of shell casings found on the scene, that dozens of shots were fired.
Breaks our hearts. We're sorry for their loss, and our investigators are going to work diligently to solve this case.
Witnesses told police that 2 other men took off from the scene in a vehicle. That vehicle later crashed at 38th Street and Post Road, and police believe the 2 men inside ran from the crash scene. This morning, we're still waiting on police to release more details about the victims involved or information about potential suspects. If you know anything that can help police solve this case, please contact Crime Stoppers. Your anonymous tip could lead to a financial reward. We have details on our website, wishtv.com. I'm Brittany Noble for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Police say a boy is in critical condition after he shot himself on accident on the northwest side. It happened at around 11:15 last night on Golden Meadow Drive. That's in a neighborhood near 46th and Muller Road. Investigators say they think the boy is less than 10 years old and that situations like this can be avoided.
Parents need to know gun locks are free. I just checked before I came over here. Marion County Sheriff's Office still has a free gun lock program. They gave away over 600 last year. 600 free gun locks, and they're available. So if you're going to have a gun in the house, it needs to have a lock on it, especially when our children's lives are at stake.
Police say the child's mother and brother were in the house at the time of the shooting and are cooperating with investigators. Police say a 4-year-old is in critical condition after another accidental shooting on the northeast side. News 8's Kyla Russell spoke to the boy's grandmother about what happened.
The boy's grandmother asked not to be identified, but told me her grandson's name is Corian and that he is one of several children. She also said the shooting happened at the boy's uncle's house on North Dearborn Street.
It's shocking me. That's why I'm shocked, because I'm like, what? You see this on the news every day, but I never thought this had not happened in my family. I got too many grandbabies and great-grandbabies.
Corion's grandmother said the entire family is shaken by the news.
This never happened. I got over 24 grandbabies. So this is a safe environment. I don't know what happened.
IMPD was first called to the house around 12:30 on Sunday on a report of a person shot. When they got there, they found the boy shot and in critical condition. He was immediately taken to the hospital, and IMPD says 2 people of interest have been detained, but no arrests have been made. A neighbor walked out of her door as it all was happening.
I sadly saw them bring the 4-year-old out of the house, and I don't really want to say exactly what they said, but I know I just ended up crying because that could have very easily been my 6-year-old, my 1-year-old. It could have very easily been any of them.
And she's worried this is becoming routine.
So there was a 2-year-old that was shot down the street. I'm not sure what everything was with that, but I mean, that's a completely sad situation in itself. And then we have issues at our bus stop where people are pulling up and threatening to shoot our kids.
She's a mom herself and fears for her kids' safety.
It feels like I'm in danger for my own kids. I mean, yeah, I live off of 38th and Sherman, but I mean, we should be able to feel safe inside of our own home with our own kids.
The neighbor also said she hopes this serves as a wake-up call to the gun violence happening in the area and encourages people to practice gun safety, especially around kids. I'm Kyla Russell for Wish TV,
wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Police have arrested 2 people after a chase that ended in a crash on the southwest side. Now detectives are trying to see if that chase is connected to a violent robbery that left a child shot. IMPD says officers were first called to an area near the Planet Fitness at 38th and Muller on the west side at around 6:30 last night. Investigators say a child was shot during a robbery and is now stable at the hospital. We do not know their age. Moments later, officers responded to a shots fired near Mickley and Rockville Road. Then state police started chasing a stolen vehicle, which later crashed near Morrison High School Road on the southwest side. Investigators say the 2 people inside that tried to run but were arrested. Switching gears to basketball, a winning weekend for the Indiana Fever and a record for Caitlin Clark. Another record. The Fever beat the Seattle Storm 92-75 yesterday. Guard Lexi Hall scored a career high of 22 points, and Clark had 9 assists, putting her at 232 this season, the most ever by a rookie in the league. The Fever have already matched their own win total from last year with 12 games still to go in the regular season. They hit the road to take on Minnesota this Saturday. In Colts Watch, the team heads to Cincinnati this week to practice with the Bengals ahead of their final preseason game on Thursday. The Colts beat the Cardinals 21-13 on Saturday and did not even play any starters. The Colts and the Bengals start those joint practices tomorrow. Thursday's game in Cincinnati is at 8 p.m. A traffic heads up if you are driving downtown. The 5-way intersection of New York Street, Capitol Avenue, and Indiana Avenue will be closed. Starting today, Citizens Energy will begin upgrades on some sewer infrastructure that they're working on. Only the New York Street bike lane and Indigo buses will be allowed to go through that. Crews expect the intersection to be closed for the next 3 weeks. The Democratic National Convention starts today. Vice President Kamala Harris will officially accept the party's nomination for president there. As Michael Yoshida tells us, Democrats plan to use the first night of the convention to pay tribute to the current president.
Excitement building here in Chicago for the start of the Democratic National Convention. Night 1 will feature some big-time speakers, the biggest, of course, being President Joe Biden. The evening will focus on his legacy of more than 50 years of political service as he now passes the torch to Vice President Kamala Harris.
Thank you all very much. How are you doing?
Democrats rallying around the Harris-Walz campaign as the Democratic National Convention kicks off this week in Chicago. Vice President Kamala Harris set to formally accept her party's nomination for president. The DNC capping off a whirlwind month for Harris as she quickly rallied support following President Joe Biden's decision to stop his re-election campaign.
Phew. It was just like a hurricane. One state party delegation after another, they met and they made an endorsement of Harris. So she had this wrapped up pretty quickly.
President Joe Biden is set to headline Monday's opening night.
This is a man who's accomplished more in 3.5 years than most presidents get done in 8. So we're going to see a celebration of him. We're also going to see how Kamala Harris has brought the party together.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
Biden is expected to lay out his argument for electing Harris, describe all the two have achieved together, and stress the need to defeat former President Donald Trump.
There is a danger on the horizon here, and that is that Donald Trump might become president again, and it's a danger that a majority of Americans will reject. But they need to know that who they're voting for is somebody that they can be excited and electrified by.
And First Lady Jill Biden, as well as former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, will also be taking the stage. The theme for night 1 of the convention is For the People. In Chicago, I'm Michael Yoshida for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Now to your business headlines with Jane King. She's at the NASDAQ and starts with frozen chicken nuggets and a recall.
Purdue has recalled frozen, ready-to-eat chicken products that possibly could contain metal. Now, the recalled products are Purdue's Simply Smart Organic Breaded Chicken Breast Nuggets, Butcher Box Organic Chicken Breast Nuggets, and Purdue Chicken Breast Tenders. All have the best of use-by dates of March 23rd, 2025. Now, the government recommends either just throwing the chicken away or returning it to the store where it was purchased for a refund. Well, a pair of Democrat senators are probing grocery store chain Kroger over the use of digital price tags known as electronic shelving labels. sales. They're concerned about dynamic pricing, so raising prices when something is in big demand, say chicken wings around the Super Bowl. Digital prices make it easier to change prices on the fly. There has been, so far, no evidence that groceries are doing this, so the investigation is just based on speculation. And more than 4 in 5 parents are working to make the back-to-school season magical for their elementary school kids, and much of that has to do with the right snack. The survey from Keebler and Talker Research found when it comes to their favorite sweet treats, cookies came out on top for both kids and parents. And so on Saturday, a new set of rules governing how most real estate professionals do business officially took effect. Now, the rules are designed to transform the way that realtors get paid and who pays them. So home buyers will be required to sign a form before an agent can show them a home, and it may radically lower the commission that the sellers pay during a home sale. So sellers won't be expected to make commission offers to the buyer agents. That gives them potentially more money to pocket from selling their property. And stocks did close higher back on Friday. The markets had their best week of the year, driven by stronger than expected retail sales and inflation gains that are slowing. This morning, really quiet start. We're looking flat. Live from the NASDAQ market side, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
Devour Indy Summerfest starts today. It's a 2-week citywide effort for more than 100 restaurants to boost business with special menus and good deals. It runs until September 1st. We have a local restaurant that stopped by to tell us about it.
Christina Mazza is here. She's the owner of Hoagies and Hops. They are just one of the many restaurants participating. Christina, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. So I opened my shop. It'll be 9 years this October. I partner with Chili Water Brewing Company in the Butler-Tarkington neighborhood. So 42nd and Boulevard. I take care of the food. They take care of the hops. So my hoagies, the reason why I opened my shop will be this Italian right here. The rolls are shipped in from South Jersey. So those that don't know, if you're from the East Coast, the rolls make a big difference in any sandwich. So, but the Italian hoagie is my fave, but our #1 seller is gonna be the cheesesteak. So you can come and get any of the 7-inch ones, and for Devour, any 7-inch hoagie as a pickle or as a salad or on a roll.
You may want to look up to the sky tonight. NASA says today's moon will be full for 3 full days. The moon will look especially big in the sky due to its reaching its closest proximity to the Earth. That makes it a supermoon as well as a blue moon. The moon, of course, won't actually be blue. Scientists say that's the name given to the 3rd full moon in a season with 4 full moons. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.